So this is the 2017 Leave Insert Ordinary Level Paper 1, and we're looking at question number 4. Part A says solve for x. We have this equation here. So we're going to multiply out the brackets and then simplify from there. So we're going to multiply this -5 by this bracket. Remember the 11 here doesn't multiply any of this because there's no bracket around the 11x minus 5. And then over here, I'm going to multiply the 3 by each of those and see how we get on. Okay, so we've got 11x minus 5 by 2x is minus 10x. Minus 5 by minus 1 is plus 5. Is equal to 3 by 6 is 18. 3 by negative x is minus 3x. And then we've got plus 3 here at the end. Okay, so now we're going to bring the x's to one side and the numbers to the other. So I'm going to go with, well, let's tidy up here. 11x minus 10x, that's just x, plus 5 is equal to, so just to be clear, that was the 11x and the minus 10x combined. Okay, and then over here, we can combine the 18 and the 3. So that'll give us 21 minus 3x. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this minus 3x over here, cross the equal sign, so it's going to become positive 3x. And I'm going to bring this 5 over this way, cross the equal sign, it'll become negative 5. So here I've got 3x and x, that's 4x, is equal to 21 minus 5, which is 16. So 4x is 16, divide both sides by 4, x is equal to 4. Part B, solve the simultaneous equations. Y plus 5 equals 2x and x squared plus y squared equals 25. Okay, so remember if you have one equation with no squared terms and another equation that does, the best way to do this is by substitution. So you rearrange the easier equation, the linear one, and sub it into this one. So I'm going to rearrange y plus 5 equals 2x. I'm going to rearrange this to make y the subject. I could make x the subject, but I'll just move this 5 over and I get 2x minus 5. So I'm going to use that now. That's a value for y. Y is equal to 2x minus 5. I'm going to substitute that into the second equation. In place of y, I'm going to put in 2x minus 5. So just to be clear, I'm putting this in here for y. So I'll rewrite that second equation now. It's going to be x squared plus, instead of y, we've got 2x minus 5 squared, and that's equal to 25. Now what I've done now is create one equation with just one unknown, x. So I'll be able to solve this now. Okay, so that's x squared plus, now be careful here, a lot of people square this 2x and square the minus 5 and they think they've squared correctly, but actually 2x minus 5 squared means 2x minus 5 multiplied by itself. That's what squaring means. So write it out longhand like this, and then you'll pick up some extra terms that you would have missed otherwise. So we're going to multiply the 2x by these two, and then the minus 5 by these two. So 2x by 2x is 4x squared. 2x by minus 5 is minus 10x. Then we've got minus 5 by 2x is minus 10x. And minus 5 by minus 5 is plus 25. And that's equal to the 25 still on the right. Okay, so what have we got? We've got x squared and 4x squared. Well, that's 5x squared. Minus 10x and minus 10x is minus 20x. And then 25 on both sides. Well, you can just cancel them. If there's 25 on both sides, you can ignore them, so that's just equal to 0. Okay, so from here you could solve this by quadratic formula. You know, x equals minus b plus minus, with a as 5, b as minus 20, and the c as 0 if you want. Or we can factorize here. What's the most we can factorize out of both of these terms is 5x. 5x factorized out of this leaves x, and factorized out of this leaves negative 4. And that's equal to 0. So now you can do your split screen. Either the 5x is 0. 5x is 0, well then x must be 0. Or the x minus 4 is 0. Because remember, you can put this in a bracket if you like. A bracket by a bracket is 0. Well then one of these brackets must be 0. So that's what we're looking at here. So if x minus 4 is 0, that means x must be 4. So there's my two answers. X is 0 and x is 4. They're my two answers for x. However, as you know, we need to find the value of y. So now I'm going to sub both of these back into the easier equation. Make life easy for yourself. So what have we got? We got y plus 5 equals 2x, but instead of x we put in 0. And over here we'll have y plus 5 equals 2 4s, because x is 4. So let's see, what does that give us? Y plus 5 is 2 zeros is 0. So if y plus 5 is 0, bring the 5 over, y is negative 5. And here we have y plus 5 equals 2 4s is 8. Bring the 5 over, make it a negative. Y is equal to 8, subtract 5, which is 3. So there is my two y values. So my four answers then are the ones in the four boxes. I'll just highlight them there in green. X is 0, gives me a y value of negative 5. And x is 4, gives me a y value of 3. So they're the answers to the simultaneous equation. And that's the end of the question.